Hi, everyone. Well, last night on April the 28th, Paul McCartney started out his new tour, the Got Back tour. His first show was in Spokane, Washington, and already there were a lot of video clips up on YouTube and a lot of social media discussion about the set list, talking about the songs that Paul is doing on this particular tour. And I just thought I would read them off to those of you, the songs that is, those of you who haven't heard yet the songs he's doing, and those of you who, like me, are really anxious to know what the set list is going to be. Now, a lot of diehard fans like myself always say, look, we're tired of the same old songs all the time. I realize Paul has to do these. It would be nice if he would try to make it a little lighter on the Beatles and a little more heavy on the solo stuff and try to change them up, do a solo material maybe that he hasn't done before. I think even on Facebook, the Paul McCartney site had someone, I don't know if it was Paul himself or one of Paul's spokespersons, saying, hey, the tour is going to be starting. What kind of songs would you like to hear me do? And people were writing all these songs. I know I said, like, I'd like to see him do Getting Closer from Back to the Egg, or anything. I wrote anything that's different or unusual from the solo material. Well, I'm very sorry to say this is a very disappointing list. Despite all of that prep and all that stuff and getting our hopes up, it's the same old, with very, very, very few exceptions. I don't even think there are any exceptions here. But let me read uh, the set list, okay? Now, Paul opens up with Can't Buy Me Love, which he's done many times, of course. Can't Buy Me Love, I don't believe has ever been done as the opening song. Of course, we know how the song is. The record, it just starts out really sharp without any music beginning. So it's a great in-your-face kind of opening. But I don't know if I like Can't Buy Me Love as the opening concert song, to tell you the truth. But I'm much more relieved that he's not doing A Hard Day's Night again. A Hard Day's Night, I never really liked that too much as a opening concert song. So Can't Buy Me Love. After that, we go into Junior's Farm, which he's done before, and that's been a staple lately of his tours where he does that. I think the second or third song or something like that. Um, Unfortunately, from what I've heard, the clips that I've been sampling on YouTube, it's the same edited version. He leaves out the whole line about the Houses of Parliament. Everybody's talking about the president. He doesn't put that line in. He does the edited version, unfortunately. Then after that, Letting Go. Letting Go. I love this song, but he's been doing that a lot lately. Letting Go. Gotta Get You Into My Life follows that. We start with the Beatles. Then, refreshingly, I think, to me, he does Come On To Me, which was a single off his album from 2018, Egypt Station. I would like to hear him do Come On To Me. Then, unfortunately, he does Let Me Roll It. I never thought I'd say the word unfortunately with regards to that song, because I love the song Let Me Roll It. It's just that after hearing Paul doing it ad nauseum, it's kind of made me not like the song as much. That can happen sometimes. After that, he went back to Getting Better, the Beatles song off Sgt. Pepper. He hasn't done that since 2003. After that, we get another highlight for me, a new song from his most recent album, McCartney 3. It's Women and Wives. A lot of you who watch my channel know I love the song Women and Wives, and it's my favorite song off the McCartney 3 album, and it's good that he does it. Unfortunately, and this is mind-boggling to me, that's the only song that Paul will do when you hear him in concert on the entire show, at least up to this point. Maybe he'll change it up a little bit. But Women and Wives is next, the only song from McCartney 3 here. Then he does My Valentine, which is a tribute to his wife Nancy, pretty much. 1985, from Band on the Run. Then he puts Maybe I'm Amazed back in, that was the real shock to me. He hasn't been able to adequately sing Maybe I'm Amazed and reach those high parts in a long time. And even if he was able to pull it off this first show, I don't think he's going to be able to sustain doing Maybe I'm Amazed for the entire length of the tour. Then an old Beatle classic, I've Just Seen a Face. Then he does In Spite of All the Danger, the early song that he did with the Beatles and stuff before they made it. I don't need that. I could do without that, but it's a little nostalgia thing there. Then he does Love Me Do, then Dance Tonight, which he's done before, off Memory Almost Full. Blackbird, another song that I love off the White Album, but boy, if I never hear Blackbird again, I'll be happy. After that, it's followed by Here Today, his tribute to John Lennon. It's always very emotional. I guess you have to do it because, we love John, and it's really a powerful moment in the show, but, those of us who've seen him 10 or more times get a little tired of it. Then Queenie Eye, the only offering that he does off the album New. Then we go to Lady Madonna. And then we go to another song off Egypt Station, For You, the controversial F-U-H-U, For You, which I guess I'm glad that he's doing it because it's different anyway. It's something different for him to do, I guess. But it's funny here that he has more songs off Egypt Station than he does off the recent McCartney 3. Then we have Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite. That was really nice. That was fun for a while. I've had enough of that. Tribute to George Harrison, he does Something, no doubt on a little ukulele again, I'm guessing. Something tribute to George. Then we have Obla Di Obla Da, the crowd-pleasing Beatle number from the White Album. Then we have, off Abbey Road, we have You Never Give Me Your Money, and She Came In Through the Bathroom Window, which he hasn't done those in several years either. That's been a while. Then, of course, he has to do Get Back, because, after all, Get Back is really popular, the Peter Jackson documentary, and after all, the tour is called the Got Back Tour. Then, of course, we do Band on the Run, followed by Let It Be, followed by Live and Let Die, and then Hey Jude, of course. And I'm surprised that the song Jet isn't in here. That's an interesting omission from his usual repertoire. Then we have the encore. Now, the encore, here's an interesting bit. For an encore, he does I've Got a Feeling, the Beatles song, but what's different this time, although he's done I've Got a Feeling plenty of times in shows, this time it's been arranged, you can see on the screen, John from the Rooftop concert doing his portion. So Paul and John are singing together at the same time, almost like John's here. So they synchronize it in such a way that you have John doing the, Everybody Had a Hard Year part. It used to be Abe, the drummer, I think, who would do that. But now you got John doing it. That's a nice touch. That's nice, a nice tribute. Then he does Birthday, Helter Skelter, and finally Golden Slumbers, Carry That Weight, and The End. So in other words, there is nothing here that dazzles anybody. There are no, arrow through me's in here. I'm just trying to think. There's no Only Love Remains in here. There's no, I don't know. I can think of a lot of songs I'd want to see in here, No Uncle Albert, nothing risque, nothing really trying harder. So that's it. That's my honest opinion. Now, as far as me going to see Paul, at the moment, I don't have any tickets, but my goal is to try to get tickets kind of late in the game, and I'm going to try to see him in New Jersey, maybe June 16th, which I think is the last show on the tour. And I don't know what his voice is going to sound like by the time it gets to June 16th, but what's going to be interesting about it to me is that it's going to be close to his 80th birthday. Paul turns 80 on June 18th, so to go on the 16th with June 18th being his birthday will be kind of intriguing, because I have a feeling in my gut, I think that he's going to have a special guest or two on the show with him, so I want to be there for that. But I got to tell you, as I say, I'm not really encouraged by this. I'm not blown away by this. I'm a little surprised, actually, that it's the same old, same old. And in a way, you're not surprised because you knew Paul's going to do this, and he's always said a lot of people are seeing him for the first time. There still are fans, younger fans, who've never seen Paul do Gotta Get You Into My Life, never seen him do Let It Be, Hey Jude, Can't Buy Me Love. It's interesting that, by the way, he doesn't do Yesterday here, which I thought was interesting. As grateful as I am that he doesn't do Yesterday again, I almost feel it has to be here, because that's maybe his greatest song, arguably, and you would think that the new people would want to hear that. So I know that Paul caters to the new audiences. What would they like to hear him do? But us Beatle diehards just have a big, loud, collective sigh and a yawn. But anyway, at least he's out there doing what he's doing, and that's something anyway. Whoops. Cheers.